You can give someone the most utter respect by being there, doing the most, loving them, all the above, you name it. But if you don't apply the same form of application to you, then I feel like that is one of the most miserable ways to live life, A, and B, it's not serving you, and C, what I said the last two. You have to ask yourself, if I'm giving more than I'm receiving in a friendship, in anything, also, this is game, big game, hella game. If you are giving more than whatever you're receiving, if you're just doing too much where it's not mutual, it will never work out. I wish someone told me this. If you seek things that you do not have within yourself, then you are on the losing side and you will never win. You'll just be like, you'll be one of those people that are trying to win a lottery, but the whole time you are the lottery. Hey, my rising phoenixes, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. If you are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You have to come to the understanding that energy leakage is real, it's a real thing. If you want to be delusional about it, that's your business. Have you been in predicaments where you were like in a party or you were like speaking to someone and you just energetically felt their presence and you felt what they were about? Or if you feel like someone is like something's off about them, that is your energy speaking to you before your physical reality is able to, before your rational mind is able to decipher what is really happening in 4K for you. So you have to ask yourself, and this is when I feel like intuition comes into play, because a lot of people dismiss their intuition, and I believe that God has gifted the feminine archetype, which is the women, the ability to tap into their emotion, into their intuition. And it has been said multiple times that your subconscious is your feminine aspect, it is the emotional aspect. You have to protect your energy, you have to call in your energy, you have to see it almost like you are this physical avatar, you are this person that you're seeing across the screen, but there is your soul, there is your spirit, there is your essence. Those, your essence is where the cause always happens. The effect is your physical body. Like an instance, like for example, when you're sick, you can be sick right now, but it will take a couple of days for it to show in your physical body. That is the same thing with your energy. So this is why it's so important to protect your energy. Don't just be out and about with anyone, because what you give in, you receive. This is why it's so important to be very mindful of the people that you occupy, because a lot of people are stealing your energy and and you're so unaware of it, that you're so unaware of it. Like for example, I had instances where before I don't operate like this anymore, but before I used to always be around people, like my younger version of myself. After high school I would always be with people, I would always be with my friends. I had no time to literally focus on my purpose. I was so quick to get dopamine spikes from people just by hanging around with them. But I had to get to the root, like, your life is shambolic, it's not giving. Some people are not for your highest good, and you have to discern. If you do not discern, you will be confused and you'll keep taking in their energy, and you're not gonna know, like, oh, why do I feel burnt out? Why do I feel like I can't do anything? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like that? You're so confused about what is going on in your life. And then before you know it, the years add on, and then you're still in the same place. You're still stagnant. There is no evolution. You're still the same. You have to call in all your energy. You have to be so selfish with your energy. A lot of people don't view energy like currency. It's very much currency. Don't give access to anyone. Not give anyone access to your energy just like that. Your energy is your life force energy. It is the same energy. It is the energy that you wake up with. You have a certain percentage, just like your phone, and then throughout the day it becomes depleted over the things that you do, or whatever the case is. A lot of people give their energy away from the moment they wake up. From the moment they wake up, and then wonder and ask themselves, oh, I don't have time to do this, to do that, to do what I actually want to do, to follow my purpose. Yeah, yeah, because you're giving your energy literally from the moment you wake up to other people. And don't get me wrong, people will keep taking away from you to the point where you're left with nothing. And people will keep coming back for your life force energy, for your energy in general, to keep taking. So my $1 million question to you is, how long are you going to allow this? Because for you to not be aware of something, that is ignorance. For you to be aware and you still do what you have to do, meaning you're still doing things that are not bettering you, that is now a choice. You are choosing to be this way. So you have to ask yourself, all right, cool, if I am aware that energy is currency and I can't just be giving my energy to anyone, you don't understand. You inspire people. People can be around you and get ideas, get downloads, get intuition to do certain things. People are not aware. I had instances, oh my gosh, I had instances where I kid you not, like I would hang around with this specific person, and then as I am hanging around with them, I would just start getting a lot of fines. Police would always ask me to check my license. You know what I mean? I would just catch hella L's. A lot of people are unconsciously sabotaging your energy. You have to be aware of who you let in, because things you can't just be taking hella L's, because I've noticed it at the time, but I didn't put two and two together. I didn't ask myself, like, why is that happening when I'm specifically around this person? When I'm by myself, I feel calm. I have been in instances with people where, like, I would just be my normal self, like, literally just going about my business. From the moment I would be with them, for some reason, I'm anxious. For some reason, I'm second guessing what I have to say. I almost have, like, this guard to not be my authentic self. And then I'm like to myself, why is it that? You have to understand, your frequency speaks before you do. Your energy has an influence, but also someone else's energy can clash. When you're interacting with someone, you're interacting with their energy, with their frequency, whatever you want to call it. So you have to ask yourself, is this energy, is this frequency that I'm feeling? Because everything that you feel is a feeling. You get it through your feeling, you get it through the vibe, you know? And if you dismiss that, you are not letting yourself operate from the feeling, emotional based aspect of yourself. A lot of people are so analytical, where, like, they'll have this, like, gut feeling that something is gonna be bad, or like, I'm not gonna get this job or whatever, and they still persist, and then, like, oh, I lost money, or I did this. Oh yeah, because you didn't follow your intuition. God didn't give you your intuition for decoration. Use it, or else others are gonna use and abuse you, and then the whole time it's like you had an alarm that would tell you what's really good. Why are you not capitalizing on it? Real talk. Also, this thing is so deep that I feel like science probably already has things to back it up. Listen, I have been in, like, I did the social experiment 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where, like, I literally dressed up so homeless. Like, I didn't put any effort in how I looked, and I would just go about my business. I would go to the shop, you know, and people would speak to me, like the waitress or like the customer service people would speak to me. And then I noticed how I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel confident. I felt insecure. I felt like I was less than, you know, because back then I used to have this mindset where, like, I don't care what people think of me. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And my mom used to always ingrain this, you can say, belief or concept of, like, when you're going out, eat for yourself. Like, when you're going out, make sure you look put together. And for the longest, because I was very, like, ego driven, you could say, I would, like, anything that involves me having to change how I am for other people felt like I was being attacked on, character wise, if that makes sense. To have this naive mindset of, like, I don't care what other people think of me, like, I don't care. It was like, it was almost giving me empowerment, because it's like I get to show off for myself, and I don't care how I'm being perceived, like, which is good. But I had to also understand that I got where she was coming from, because when you wear good things, you feel good. It makes you feel good. And all of us can't lie. It's like the concept of going to the gym. You might not like going to the gym, but you can't lie. The feeling after hitting a good like a good session, makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so confident. It makes you feel light in your body. You have a lot of clarity. Like, there are a lot of positive things, positive attributes, positive things to going to the gym, and what it gives you, the byproduct of going to the gym, mentally, spiritually, physically. And it's the same thing with looking good or looking clean or looking put together. You don't have to look good, just look put together, because it signals to yourself that you respect yourself. Listen, if your subconscious is the thing that creates your reality. And if your intuition and your feelings and all of those things are almost the things that project your reality, if you feel insecure, if you feel less than, all of these emotions are going to be highlighted. And what do you think your subconscious mind is going to do? What your mind is going to do? Okay, cool. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to belittle myself. I feel small and all of that. You're going to keep feeling like that, and you're going to encounter or be in predicaments where those emotions are always being highlighted to you, because you're choosing not to feel good about yourself. You know, I feel like self respect is one of the most important things, especially respecting yourself, because you can give someone the most utter respect by being there, doing the most, loving them, all the above, you name it. But if you don't apply the same form of application to you, then I feel like that is one of the most miserable ways to live life. A and B, it's not serving you, and C, what I said the last two. So you have to ask yourself, am I even serving myself? A lot of people out here serve other people, serve their families, claim to die for their families, but do you die for yourself? Do you go hard for yourself? You're willing to be on the front line, like, I'm gonna die before anyone in my family gonna die, because I will never let anyone disrespect my family. But like, do you keep that same energy with yourself? That's my $1 million question. It's so important to look good because you feel good. Most important thing is selfish people win. I think I might just have to say it one more time for the people in the back. Yeah. Selfish people win. I don't care what people say. Like, when you break the whole concept of the word selfish, it's seen as a negative thing. It's seen as like, oh, this bad terminology. I don't want to be selfish. Selfish people are evil. Selfish people are like stingy, all of that. But those are the same people that get shit done. Selfish people put themselves first. You have to, like, I think a lot of people operate from a state of seeing things either or, in terms of spectrums. So you might see someone being selfish from a negative lens, but I don't know if you just overheard what I just said. You could see someone selfish from a negative lens. Keyword lens. It's your perception to things. So if you see selfish people as evil people, egotistical people, that is what you're going to keep enforcing in your life. You're gonna keep reinforcing that in your life. And why would you do that to yourself? You have to come to the understanding. The first motto, the first like philosophy that I live by is, if your cup is not full and you give from a place where you don't even have it like that, you will never win. You will never have that person. You will never have that desired reality. You'll never have that dream. If you don't have it within yourself, or if you're giving from a place of you don't have it, you will never have it. And if you seek things that you don't have, you, if you seek things that you do not have within yourself, then you are on the losing side and you will never win. You'll just be like, you'll be one of those people that are trying to win a lottery, but the whole time you are the lottery. You know what I mean? So you have to understand, and I'm not saying this from a preachy perspective. You have to understand, if you don't give yourself anything, you'll just live your life every single day looking for it whole time. You are the beacon of light that you've always been, but you got so deluded in this world that you forgot who you are. And when you remember who you are, then it's like everything doesn't even bother you anyways. You have to be selfish with yourself. Selfish people, all right, cool. People might not like them, but people are going to respect them regardless. There is nothing more you can say attractive about someone when you know someone has an approach to something and they're not going to fold, or they're not going to buck or change their way of doing things just because of your own feelings. So you have to ask yourself, am I being selfish when it comes to yourself? Because if your cup is not giving full and more, don't do it. It's never gonna serve you. It will never going to serve you. And what I said the last two before. So you, like, honestly, like, selfish people win energetically. We've all seen people who operate from like, they give more, they take. Generally speaking, humans come in two pairs. And I'm not trying to like think in limitation, but that's what I've noticed. People either give a lot or take a lot. Yeah, you can say there are people who are in the middle, but 9 times out of 10, since we are confined in a reality that comes in polarities, it's like you are either or. There's not really in the middle. A lot of people do not operate in the middle energy. So you have to ask yourself, if I'm giving more than I'm receiving in a friendship, in anything, also, this is game, big game, hella game. If you are giving more than whatever you're receiving, if you're just doing too much where it's not mutual, it will never work out. I wish someone told me this, and I live by this, because anytime when you're doing too much, you're like going after someone, chasing after someone, wanting someone's approval, you want someone to love you so much, and you think you're doing all of these things because, oh, that signals like I care, and I'm more interested compared to everyone else. Trust me, someone's gonna feel so repelled by you, even though if your intentions are good or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I used to operate like that. I used to be the person that would chase, that would do the most, but then I came to the understanding, if I am doing that, this person is not for me. Whenever you catch yourself doing too much of anything, they're not for you. That company, that job is not for you. Let it go and let it be. This is why God says, let go and let God. When you do that, when you move your ego, yourself out of the way, something that was meant for you would come in. But how can something come in if you're holding on to something so tightly that you're crushing it and you're saying, I'm not gonna let go, I'm not gonna let go? This is why detachment is a form of alchemy in all aspects of your life. It has the same ripple effect. Just because the themes may differ, is still the same. You can be heartbroken by someone. You can be heartbroken because you don't have a lot of money. You can be heartbroken because that job didn't reply to you. The concept of heartbreak still follows. It's your ability to maneuver and know what to do, because this is what is going to differentiate you from someone else who just takes things face value. I hope this video helped. I know I was kind of rambling, but I still spit some bars for you guys. So let me know. Yeah.